Transmissions jammed. Proximity coverage only.
Hey guys, Jacob here. It is February 26, 2020, and today was State of the Game. If you guys have not watched State of the Game, they showed a decent amount of information for stuff like the seasons and a few new gear sets, which I'm going to talk about. If you guys played Division 1, you will recognize one of these gear sets, and I'm really excited to use this gear set again because I was very happy when I used it in Div 1. It was a lot of fun using PvP and PvE. And that's going to be the Striker gear set, and this is the original Striker gear set from the first game. It has been tweaked a little bit due to the fact some things are a little bit different in this game, but overall this is pretty much what Striker does and how Striker was in the first game. But you'll see the two-piece gives you 15% weapon handling, which you did get weapon stability from Striker alone in the first game, and then you had stuff like enemy armor damage. But in this game, they never included enemy armor damage, so it doesn't exist. To the fact that I guess that'd be a little bit OP if you could just have tons of enemy armor damage and melt through the PCs a little bit easier. Because in the first game, you can melt through them absolutely like butter. And you get 15% rate of fire, which is going to be a little insane if you have to your gun or high RPM weapons. You can just spit rounds out like crazy. And there's Striker's Gamble, which is weapon hits amplify total weapon damage by 0.5, stacking up to 50 times. One stack is lost each second. 3 stacks are lost every time you miss. So this is going to be based on accuracy, just like the first Striker was. If you guys didn't play Div 1, they had a 6-piece version of this, which actually gave you heals. Every time you hit your stacks, you can get really high stacks over and over and over again and increase your damage. And then there's chest piece talent and the backpack talent, which is press the advantage, increase max stacks for Striker Gamble up from 50 to 100, which is one talent you could throw on your chest piece. And there's the backpack, which is decreases stacks lost on missed shots from Striker's Gamble to 3 to 2. So essentially, you could run the 4-piece gear set of this, and then you still have a few other pieces to mess with. You could, essentially throw a build together that's based around crit or basis build around armor. So you could throw it on with Gila and run Striker and have a little bit of health and extra armor, or you could run it with like crit style brand sets or potentially even skill style brand sets. If you want to make some kind of hybrid build with it, you could. But I mostly see a lot of people using this with DPS and health. And I can see a lot of you guys using this for NPCs in the raid. That way you can just, have high crit and just rip through these guys as fast as possible and stack up damage. That's going to be pretty much about Striker. I'm really excited for this because I was a huge fan, and potentially they could bring back other OG, brand sets like this and tweak them a little bit to Division 2's liking. The next brand set you guys have already seen before, and that's going to be the System Corruption. This is one that's been tossed around for a while. I actually made a video on this a while back, and it has armor on kill 15%, 40% disrupt resistance, and 40% pulse resistance, and it has hack step protocol, which replaces armor kits with an instant infinite usability on a 20-second cooldown that grants 50% bonus armor and hides your nameplate for 5 seconds. The chest talent is Compile Optimization, decreases hack step protocol cooldown for 20 to 15%, and multi-threat execution, which is increased hack step protocol bonus armor from 50 to 100%. So this one's still pretty cool, but I know a lot of you guys are mostly probably excited for obviously Striker, because this is just awesome to see because you could use this as a PvP gear set, and in the game at the moment you can use some of the gear sets for PvP if you combine them properly, or use just the 3-piece or the 4-piece. Like I see people using Aces, and I used to see people using True Patriot for the damage to armor, and now I mostly see people using it just for the total armor. So I'm really excited to see this and see what kind of builds people are going to make, and also test it out in the raid. But that's been it, guys. I just wanted to get that information out there for you. Thank you guys all for watching. Make sure you subscribe for more Division 2 content. I'll catch you guys all later.
Your job, Agent, is to protect this delusion. And I have sworn to destroy it. You can try to stop me, hunt me down,